Peace, family. Happy July. We are in the 7th month officially. We are in a 7-year. It is going to be very, very potent, very, very abundant. And I thought that I would share some celestial events at a glance. And as the dates come to pass, I will be sharing a little bit more in depth in regards to the energies surrounding. So we are leading up with this July Cancer season energy, aligning with the water element. We are tapping into the importance of water works, of manifesting with water, doing your water affirmations, declarations, working with water through speaking it into your water before you drink it, while you're in the shower, while you're washing dishes, taking your spiritual baths, and being at the same time very mindful when you are in natural bodies of water to make sure that you are giving reverence to the water, tapping into Yemoya energy, Oshun energy, Olokun, Age, any of the water spirits. And again, the element of water itself is a spirit. Tap in, give reverence so that you are working with the water and the water is working with you, especially to make sure that you are being safe in the water and that the element of water is looking out for you. We're seeing a lot of things that are happening, whether true, whether false. The stories are interesting, but regardless of the truth or the falsity of things, it is still very, very important to remember the power of water and making sure that we are careful when we are working with water, around water, etc. We're leading ourselves to 8-8 Lionsgate, and this is what this July 2023 energy is leading us to, especially again being a 7-7 alignment. We are leading to the 777 portal, which is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So I will go through the dates of July again quickly at a glance, and then stay tuned for the logistics as the dates approach. July 2nd, we've got Venus and Mars in Leo. Very, very powerful energy when we think about divine feminine and divine masculine, tapping into Leo energy, which is very much about matters of the heart. So it's a very, very powerful time for you to bond in regards to your relationships. July 3rd to the 7th/8th, depending on the alignment, we've got the Sirius Gateway. July 4th and the 5th is the most peak. Sirius is Isis's Oset's star. That is our spiritual sun. That is the energy that warms our soul, just like our natural sun warms our bodies. So it's a very, very powerful time for ascension codes and just upgrading our DNA. July 3rd, we've got our super buck moon in Capricorn, super moon, full moon in Capricorn. So tap into the energy of hard work and realizing that when we want something, we actually have to put some toil and some labor into it. Things are not just supposed to be easy and just fall into our laps. And this super buck moon, first super moon of 4 that we're going to be having, is basically there to help us start to get a little bit more serious in regards to the relationships, the situationships, and the endeavors that we are tapping into. July 4th, we have Independence Day in the United States, but I like to align with this date as a Soul Sovereignty Day, especially because it is at the peak of Sirius Gateway, and Sirius is, again, our spiritual sun that taps us into soul sovereignty, that taps us into freedom. So when you connect on the collective consciousness in the United States of Independence Day, it's very powerful for us to take that internally and declare ourselves as sovereign souls as we align with Sirius and align with that portal. July 6th, we have Earth at aphelion, which is just meaning that it is when Earth is the farthest away from the sun. So there's a lot of implications in regards to that. And sometimes when we think about something that makes us feel warm, something that is life-giving like the sun is, we want to be close to it. But we realize that even with that kind of distance, and I believe it's 3 million kilometers farther than usual on that day, on July 6th, it's actually an opportunity to bridge the gap, to not feel a distance, to feel like regardless of the spatial awareness of that extra gap, those extra kilometers between us and the life force that is the sun, we actually realize that there is no separation. And it's a really powerful day to connect even more and give even more reverence to the sun. And then again, the day we are waiting for, 777, 2023 is a 7-year when you add 2, 0, 2, and 3. And now we're tapping into 7-7 energy on July 7th. In general, 7-7 is always a very, very powerful time because of Sirius Gateway. And that again is when Sirius and the sun is in conjunction. Our regular sun, dare I say regular, our sun that warms the body, our life-giving energy, but then Sirius, which is 23 times brighter than our regular sun, quote unquote regular sun, coming into alignment. So again, that's why it is so powerful for us to be able to tap into Sirian energy and those star seeds. So 777 portal, very, very powerful. So stay tuned for details in terms of that. I will probably be sharing more in regards to the 777 portal than any of the other celestial occurrences that is happening this month. July 9th, we have an energy of Venus being at its brightest. So we may notice now if you go out anytime in the evening and look, the brightest star that you see in the sky right now is Venus. No question about it. If you see that star, that's Venus. Tap into Venus energy. Venus rules beauty and love and our relationships and our finances. So very much tap into that energy, especially because Venus is going to be going retrograde, which I will discuss shortly. July 17th, we have our Cancer new moon and we have our lunar node shifts. This is so powerful because the lunar node shifts happen every 18 months. Tapping into your South Node and North Node is so imperative for understanding who you are, your comfort zones, and then thinking about your actual purpose and the challenges that you need to present for yourself so that you can really tap into the evolved sense of self and what you're here to grow into versus what you already are. So that shift that's happening, which also dictates where our eclipses happen through the rest of the 18 months as the 18 months progresses, is really, really important for us to be able to understand. Again, the past in a sense in terms of where we come from, and then thinking about where it is that we should be going to fulfill our purpose. That same day, again, is the Cancer new moon. So when you tap into new moon energy, that is really, really powerful because it's thinking about planting seeds and starting something fresh. And again, still aligning with Cancer season, with the water energy, tapping in to the water, manifesting with water. Very, very energetically powerful for us to bring in catharsis and cleansing, and again, working with our water orishas and goddesses and just those spiritual alignments. And then July 22nd, as I alluded to, Venus retrograde until September 3rd. Always a powerful time because it's about matters of the heart. It's about going inward. It's about thinking, how can I love myself more today than I did yesterday? But then as a result of that, recognizing that the more you love yourself, the more that you can love the people that you love or that you say you love. And for you to be able to tap into showing that love more than saying and speaking that love. Leo season starts as well on that day. So very powerful for Venus to be retrograde in Leo. And then for Leo season to be starting, which again leads us into our 8-8 Lionsgate portal, because we're tapping into pride in the sense of wanting to be so proud of how you love yourself and so proud of how you love the people that you love, to be able to show up for them and for you to be able to show up for yourself and inspire those people to show up for you. So energetically, Venus retrograde in Leo season on the day that Leo season starts on a master number on the 22nd. Very, very unique and powerful for matters of the heart. And especially tapping in because the day after Chiron goes into retrograde, Chiron is our wounded healer, really helps us bring up the traumas that we need to face, that gets illuminated so that we can actually use those hurts and use those pains as power to be able to transmute them and realize and recognize that everything that happened was for us. And now how are we going to be walking in and stepping into our new sense of self? Again, that North Node energy of understanding that those trials trials and those challenges and heartbreaks or whatever it is was all meant to bring us to this more powerful sense of self, bringing us again into this very lion energy of being a leader, of being firm, of being solid for ourselves and creating solid ground for the people that we care about. And by doing that healing, by feel it to heal it energy, it makes us more cleansed. It makes us more in the sense of when we say hurt people, heal people, right? Healed people, heal people. So we want to be those healed people so that we can inspire other healing for other people. Then we've got July 29th into the 30th, the Delta Aquarids meteor showers. We're in New York, or I'm in New York, depending on who you are, where you are listening to this. If you have light pollution, it's going to be harder to see. But if you have the opportunity to find a dark spot, you can see up to 10 meteor showers per hour. So again, powerful, energetic time. Meteor showers is always a time, again, you think about shooting stars and thinking about when you wish upon a star. Powerful to be able to have the energy of seeing a shooting star or just knowing that they're there. Even if you don't see them, tap into the energy of just making your wishes. Tap into making 10 wishes an hour and just aligning it with those shooting stars that are happening during that same time, during this meteor shower happening. So that is at a glance. I was hoping to be able to do this under 15 minutes. So yay, at a glance. Main celestial events. There are other transits, obviously a lot of things happening that I may kind of throw in as I go in more depth once I'm doing the individual messages and, celestial events, videos, and, this audio that you're listening to right now as I go into it a little bit deeper. All of the details will be there. So stay tuned. The next one will be coming specifically to tap into the energy of Sirius Gateway that begins on the 3rd, as well as the Super Buck Moon. That may be a combined audio. We'll see how it goes since it is starting around the same day. But more to come, and abundant, powerful energy for rising us into who we are supposed to be and being more. And being in alignment of being proud of who we are, but recognizing that we can always be more, and being more is what actually gets us more. And the more that we think that we're just good and that everything is fine and that we're stagnating ourselves. And it's important to aspire for more. And it's so much easier to aspire for more when we surround ourselves with people that are more and with people that can challenge us to be more versus yes men or yes women or people that we feel like we have to, kind of orchestrate the story to prevent us from actually getting challenged and prevent us from actually getting criticism or any of the negative things or the things that we perceive as being negative, which if we really look into it in depthly, especially from the people that we know love us or we believe love us and respect us or have treated us in some kind of good way, for us to be open to that, because it's only from the external in that sense that we're going to be able to expand ourselves, because oftentimes we're very limited in our scope in regards to ourselves because of ego. And especially when we're talking about leading into Leo season, all of this alignment with Leo energy, with sun energy, it's very easy to get caught up in the sun self, in the shiny self, in the look at me, and everything is perfect and I don't need to change, right? Change is the only constant, and it is about expansion. It's about evolving. And any of us on this spiritual journey understand that it is a journey. It's not about a destination, and it is through the evolution that keeps that journey relevant. Ashe, more to come. Much love to you all. And lest we forget, time to get back to natural. Peace.